Hello, my name is Alex Rothacker. I'm here to show you the basics on obedience. We'll talk about how you handle a leash, when you repeat yourself, when you shouldn't repeat yourself, and talk about the basics. So when you're working a dog, first thing that's important is your left hand is on a leash. Your left hand should be within 6 inches of the dog. It's overhand like this. It is not underhand, it's overhand. The excess leash just be in your right hand, just relaxed. When you walk forward with the dog, you use the dog's name on every command except down and stay. So when I walk forward with the dog, I would use the dog's name. I'd say Houston, heel. As soon as the dog would move with me, I'd praise the dog. I anticipate the stop because I am not the trainer of the dog. I'm just showing you how to handle the dog. I anticipate the stop, and you will do the same. When I am talking to the dog, I'm letting him know what I do. So I walk forward, I say Houston, heel. When I'm asking the dog to sit, I say Houston, sit, and then I stop. If the dog would not sit, my correction would be on the leash, just a little snap up. When I put the dog down, I would not use his name on down or stay. So when I put the dog down, I ask the dog to down. I go down, and I motion down. If the dog went down, my correction for down would be just a snap toward my heel, my left hand toward my left heel. I only say things once. So if I say down and he does not respond, then I would give the dog another down command with a correction. So I don't repeat myself without a correction if the dog does not perform. So when I walk forward, I go, Houston, good boy, heel. And I say, Houston, sit. And I praise the dog every time he sits. My hand is on the leash. I walk forward. I go, Houston, heel. That's the boy. I stop. I say, Houston, sit. My hand is on a leash. If the dog would not sit, I would give the dog a correction up. The dog is trained to be my left-hand side. I always adjust the dog with my leash. So if the dog is sitting crooked like this, I say Houston, heel, and I pull slightly behind my back and say sit. Good boy. If the dog is sitting away from me, I say Houston, heel, pull behind my back, and I say sit. And every time the dog does something right, I praise the dog. I say, good boy, Houston, good boy, good boy, good boy. And again, so I walk forward, I go, Houston, heel, my hand's on the lead. I say, Houston, sit. The dog sits properly. I praise the dog for doing a good job. If I want to down a dog, I go down. I don't say Houston, I just say down. Then again, I praise the dog for doing a good job. Every time he does a good job, you praise the dog. And I walk forward, I use his name. I say, Houston, heel. And I say, Houston, sit. That a boy, and he's sitting pretty perfect, but let's say he was sitting crooked again. I would just pull a little bit behind my back, say Houston, heel, sit. If the dog was sitting behind me like this, you never really give the dog a hard correction. It would just be an easy Houston, heel, sit, and you guide the dog into position. So where's the hard correction with a dog like this? There is no need for a hard correction. Everything can be done by manipulating the dog. So again, if he's sitting behind me, I wouldn't jerk him forward. I say Houston, heel, and sit. And every time he sits, I praise him, praise the dog for doing a good job. And again, he's sitting crooked, pull behind my left leg, Houston, heel, and sit, and I praise the dog. The dog knows hand signals, the dog knows voice commands. So if I'm standing at the end of the leash for a hand signal, and I would go like this, I'd face the dog. I would not use his name again. I would go, get the dog's attention, down, no, sit, down, good boy. I praise the dog for doing a good job. That's my guy, my good guy, my good guy. If I want the dog to sit, that's the boy, good guy. Now if I'm calling the dog to me, I get the dog's attention. Hey, Houston, good boy, sit. I anticipate the sit. I tell the dog sit as he's coming to me. So he faces me. When he looks at me, I praise the dog. I talk to him, keep the eye attention on him. The licking, you don't want to let him lick you too much. Stay. Sit, stay, stay. I walk the end of the lead, and I make come interesting. As soon as he moves, I praise him. Houston, that a boy, sit. Good boy. And I praise the dog for doing a good job again. From this point, when you work to come, you're just going to make him come to you 3 times in a row, and then you'll make him flip to your left side. So that's my second time. I do my third time. Houston, come, sit. And once he comes to me this time, then I tell him Houston, heel, and I guide him all the way around till he's to my side. So I'll do that again so you can see dog sitting in front of me. My left hand goes behind my back. I say Houston, heel, and sit. So everything's done with a guide. I don't have to snap the dog. Again, he's sitting in front of me. Houston, heel, and sit. And praise him every time he does good. Walk forward, Houston, heel. That's my guy, good boy. Houston, sit. That a boy. Down. Praise him every time he does good. Good boy. I can use my hand signal. Houston, sit. That's the good boy. Good boy. Walk forward. Houston, heel. Houston, sit. Exercises you can do. You tell the dog stay. Walk to the end of the leash. Houston, heel. Sit. Praise the dog for doing a good job. Tell him stay again. Stay. Houston, heel. Good boy. Sit. Praise the dog for doing a good job. That a boy. You like being on camera, huh? Tell the dog stay. Just giving you what you can do at home. Houston, come, sit. Nice job. And the come doesn't always have to be in front of the dog. I can tell the dog stay. Walk to the side. Houston, come, sit. Nice job, good boy. And again, 3 times in a row with the come. We don't want him anticipating moving to your left side. So you do it 3 times in a row. Stay, stay, stay. Hey, you good boy. Sit. Praise the dog, good boy. That's the 3rd time. Then I guide my hand, Houston, heel. Get the dog to flip around and sit. That a boy. Now, when you're working with the stays, every time you tell the dog stay, again, you do not use the dog's name. When this dog is trained, when he's on a down stay, the only way he gets up from a down stay is you return to his side. You don't call him from a down stay. When this dog stays properly for you an hour without a problem, then you can start calling from a down stay. But at this point, if I down the dog, down, I tell the dog stay, I leave my leash on him. What's very important when you're doing this and working on a down stay, that you leave your leash on him. So let's say he does get up from a down stay, you don't got to go chasing him around looking at his collar. And you have to remember, most important thing in a down stay, when a dog breaks, chances are he's going to come to you. And you do not want to correct a dog for coming to you. That's what people do wrong. The dog gets up, breaks a stay, they come to them and they correct them. Well, you should be happy your dog's coming to you. If you correct a dog for coming to you, then he's going to start doing the opposite way, leaving you. So when this dog breaks a down stay, it's no big deal. You tell the dog no. You take him back to where he was, and you give him a snap down. You have to remember this. You would not repeat, sit. The dog broke a down stay, so when he breaks a down stay, you walk him back nicely to where he was, and you give the dog a snap down. You don't give him a correction on sit, you just a snap down. That's the last command you did. So now I tell the dog down, stay. I tell him stay, and I walk away. Again, I don't use his name. I just walk away from the dog. If the dog would break from a down stay, first words out of my mouth would be no. I go back to the dog, I take him where he was last, and I give him a little correction on down. Again, with this dog, he does not need any hard, severe corrections. Everything should be real relaxed and mild. So after the period of time, what is a down stay? Down stay when you're working at home should be a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour. When you're eating dinner, the dog should be away from you on a down stay with the leash on. When you're working at your desk, the dog should be down stay. Not all the time, but you should work them at least once or twice a day on down stay. So let's say this dog now has been down for 15 minutes. I return to the dog's side. I never call him from a down stay. I don't want this dog to anticipate leaving a down stay. So he's on a down stay. I never call him from a down stay. I return to the dog's side. I tell the dog stay. When I go back to the dog's side, I'm actually next to the dog with my body touching his. So when I praise the dog does not have to move to get attention. He is right here. So if I go back to the dog's side and praise him, he doesn't have to move to get more attention. I'm right where he is. I tell the dog down stay. I pick the leash up. I still tell the dog down stay. The only time the dog gets up, if you're working a down stay at home and you're just leaving him on a down stay, at this point you can make the dog sit and tell him he's free. We're still working the dog, so I use his name. Houston, are you ready? And Houston, heel. I walk forward. I make the dog sit, and I praise him for doing a good job. So out of the down stay, you don't call him, you go back and release him. If you are just leaving him on a down stay, when you release him, you can tell him he's free. And if you're working him, you just heel him out like I just did there. Again, the praise is very important. When you're working a dog and walking with him and talking, it should be just like you're walking your child down the street, Michigan Avenue in Chicago. You're not just sitting there looking straight ahead, you're carrying a conversation on with the dog. Same thing with this dog. When I walk him forward, it's Houston, heel, and I praise him, good boy. And I say, Houston, sit, and I praise him for doing a good job. When he's sitting here, I still praise the dog. Very important. If I go so you can see the back, you can see where the dog is. If I walk forward, Houston, that's my guy. Here, the dog should be right by my side. His ears should be even with my leg. Heel, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Atta boy. I stop, make him sit. The ear should still be even with the leg. Should not be in front of my leg. If I want to make a left turn, Houston, heel, the dog should be in a position where I can make a nice left turn. Houston, sit. Atta boy. I tell the dog, stay, stay. I call the dog, Houston, come. Hey, 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 sit, good boy. I tell the dog, stay, stay. Houston, come. That's the boy right here. Sit. That's my boy. Stay, good boy. Stay, stay. If the dog would jump on you or lick you, a little snap, when a dog would jump on you, any correction you do with the dog is a snap up. That's all it is. It's not any other correction. It's not a kick or a knee. It's just a snap up. Anytime this dog does anything wrong, it's a little snap on the collar up and tell him no. Stay, stay. Houston, come, good boy, and sit. Atta boy, I'm anticipating what you're doing, huh? Stay, stay. Again, I call the dog, Houston, yeah, boy, come and sit. Good boy. Atta boy, stay. And your down hand signal, hey, look at me. You don't even have to sit, stay. I can just use my hand signal and say down. No, no, stay. Watch carefully. Stay, good boy. The licking, you don't want to allow him to lick. Again, I'm not the person who works this dog. If he licks like this, little snap, no, no. Don't let him lick you. That's just like a nervous habit. We don't want that at all. Houston, heel, good boy. Heel, sit. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey, good boy. And Houston, sit. Atta boy. Down. Good boy. Houston. Atta boy. Good boy. That's my guy. Good boy. What's that doing? Hey, hey, hey. Good boy. That's my boy. Good boy. Houston, Houston, Houston. Good boy. And sit. Down. Good boy. Ready, 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 ready. Good boy. That's the boy. Good boy. Houston. Yeah. Yeah. Good boy. Houston. Heel. That's my boy. Good boy. Look here. And Houston. Sit. Stay. Stay. And heel. Good boy. Sit. Stay. 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 Hey. Good boy. Come. And sit. Nice job. Stay. 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 Yo. Good boy. Come. Sit. Atta boy. Good boy. Stay, stay, stay. Hey, Houston, come, sit. Good boy, Houston. That's my boy, sit. A lot of praise, real important to praise, the praise, the praise. If the dog is doing, let's say the dog does not want to work that day, you want to make sure you work through that. Let's say he doesn't want to down. You're going to work him if it takes you 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour. You work him till he does it properly. Very, very important. Remember again, the ears at the side. Walk forward, use the dog's name. Houston, heel. Houston, sit. Down the dog, down. Not using his name. When I walk forward, I want the dog's attention. I'd use his name. If you're using the hand signal, boom. Nice and easy. He understands that. Same thing with the down, would be a hand signal down. When we come to you or when we work you, the dog is also trained off lead, but that's something I'd want to work with you with, and that's where we have a little short lead and show you how to work. The dog is completely, once he knows you, he doesn't leave your side. He's not a dog who's going to run away from you. Every time you call him, you praise him, the dog will stay by you 100% of the time. He's not a running dog, but for me to teach you off lead, it'd be better if I was there instead of show you on the video. I'm just going to show you how you brush a dog. First thing you do, heel, sit. When you're brushing him like this, you can just tell the dog if he's on a sit, stay, brush him. And every time you brush him, it's the same thing. You praise the dog, you get his front end, get his back end. When you want the dog to get his back end, you say stand, stay, and you leave the dog. Everything's obedience. Just run a brush to him. But as you're doing that, praise him, good boy. And again, you have a shepherd, so he should be brushed at least once a day. Takes you 5 minutes to brush the dog. And again, you praise him, good boy. Tell the dog, stay, stay. And again, I'll show you how to do the stand, stay. But like I say, it takes 5 minutes to brush the dog. Keep him well groomed. Stay. Good boy, stay. And again, you get to see how important your obedience is. Stay. Stay. Good boy. And again, how you do the stand. Heel. Houston, sit. To do the stand, you just pull slightly forward on the lead. Say stand, stay. And they'll stay. Hand underneath the stomach, stay. And just get them to stay and relax. And that's an exercise you should work with the dog too. Not only for brushing, just for wiping his feet. Comes in and get his back feet. Same thing if you're wiping a dog's feet. Dog's on a stand, stay. You pick the foot up, and you pick the foot up this way when you wash the foot. Wipe the foot dry. You don't pick it up in front of him. When you stay, stand, stay. Pick the foot up, again, backwards this way, into his leg. Don't pull it out this way or any way. Just pick it up this way when you're wiping his feet. But you get to see how important the stand is just for grooming the dog and doing little things. So again, the stand. Houston, sit, stay, pull slightly forward, lift up on the stomach, stand, stay. And then praise the dog. That's something you should work with too. So that's your basics. Work the dog at least 15, 20 minutes a day. You should have 1 day a week that you work him for a long period of time, at least an hour. The dog's reward for doing a good job should be praised, and the dog will send a toy with you, so you have a toy. This is the reward for doing a good job. This is his toy. At that time when you're playing with the toy, he could be a nut, he could be crazy, he could do whatever he wants. And again, you want to play with the dog. Hey, ready? That a boy! Good boy! Get it, Houston! Get it! Good boy! Get that thing! Good boy! That a boy! Good boy! Good boy! Get it! Good boy! That a boy! Get that thing! Get it! Good boy! Get it! Good boy! Good boy! Get it! Get it! Good boy! Get it! Whoa! Ready, and get it! Good boy! Come, get it! Ah! Good boy! Good boy! Good boy, want a nice big bite on the toy? That's just for your bite work too. Get that! Good boy! Praise him a lot. Good boy! That a boy! Get it! Oh! Let him win the toy. What do you got? What is that? Good boy! What you got? Good boy, get it. Ah, good boy, I'll get it. Good boy. Good boy, get the thing. Then you make it disappear. Hey, here it is. Ready? Up. Where'd it go? Where is it? Huh? Where'd it go? Huh? Next time he gets his toy is when he does a good job. Houston, sit. And thank you very much. That's it.